The spirit and power Yahweh Shem Yahushai. This war is blown up. Over here it says for third day in a row, Israelis living in Golan Heights report more spillover from Syria. The Israeli army says only a few bullets crossed Golan border from Syria after 2 days of cross-border fire, which saw Israel respond with attacks in Syria. Over here it says, yeah, the beef is cooking. That's right. It says Israeli army says only a few bullets crossed Golan border from Syria after 2 days of cross-border fire, which saw Israel respond with attacks in Syria. It says Israel strikes Syrian army in second flare-up in 2 days. I believe it was like a 6th attack in Syria this week. Israeli army is ready for flare-ups ahead of work on Lebanon border wall. Jeering at Israeli experts, Iran mocks reports that its missile strike in Syria misfired. And we've been saying this war is going to break off with Iran. Iran plays a major part in biblical prophecy. When you read in Ezekiel 38, it talks about the Persians. Now that was originally what they was called before they was called Iranians. I believe in the 40s or the 50s, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. But they're the Persians, man. And you know that if you meet an Iranian, you ask them, you're the Persians? When you tell them you're the Persians, they will tell you, yeah, we are the Persians. Israelis living on the Golan Heights reported Monday hearing explosions caused by Iran fire into Israel from the war raging across the border in Syria. The Israeli army said only a few bullets crossed the border in the third day of spill over the conflict into Israel. After Israelis reported hearing explosions, the Israel Defense Forces searched the area and found that a few bullets originating in Syria had hit the local UN peacekeeping forces based in the northern Golan, causing a small brush fire. And that's funny, the brush fire. Look who's there, Smokey. Yeah, the Most High, that's the spirit. The fan the ruins. Talk about the masses shall be of ruins. That's in Syria, man. Yeah, that fire is coming. That nuclear fire, the nuclear war is coming, man. Had hit the local UN peacekeeping forces based in northern Golan, causing a small brush fire. Only you can prevent forest fires. It's Smokey. Yeah. The nuclear missiles, that's the missiles, man. I created the wasted to destroy. Isaiah 54, chapter 16 verse, 17 verse. Bases in northern Golan Heights causing a small brush fire. No projectiles were found. Yeah, the brush fires. Yeah, it's smoky. America's gonna get smoked. The Lebanese Al Medine channel, which is close to the Damascus regime, reported that Israel attacked a position of the Syrian army in the Qanitra area and they were killed and wounded. Israel attacked the Syrian army unit in the northern Golan Heights on Sunday after Iran fire from the Syrian side spilled over into Israeli territory, the second cross-border flare-up in 2 days. The Israeli army struck a Syrian army ammunition truck and 2 artillery guns in the Syrian Golan. The army confirmed that after Syrian and Lebanese news outlets reported the attack. The army also instructed civilians to stay clear of open areas in the Israeli side opposite the Syrian town of Qantiria, where rebels and Syrian army troops are fighting. After the Israeli attack on Sunday, the Syrian army issued a statement condemning Israeli aggression in support of terror groups. Syria also warned Israel against reporting this sort of conduct. Early on Sunday, the Israeli Defense Forces said that the several projectiles from Syria hit open areas in the northern Golan Heights. No one was wounded and no damage was caused. In a similar chain of events on Saturday, Israel attacked Syrian army positions in the northern Golan Heights in response to Iran fire. 2 people were reported killed in Qantiria in the attack. Syrian media reported. The Syrian army claimed that the Israeli airstrikes coincided with an attack by Islamic militants in the same position. So this whole thing over there is brewing up, man. This is all biblical prophecy. Hey, the scriptures speak about Damascus. It mentions Damascus. I'm going to bring it out because the spirit, Isaiah 17. The burden of Damascus, behold, Damascus is taken away from being a city, and shall be a ruinous heat. Ruinous means destruction, destructive. That's why there's so much hell always happening in that area, man. Up in Syria, man. And the fire is coming. What's that fire? That nuclear fire, man. Isaiah 54:16. Behold, I create the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I created the waster to destroy. And the scriptures speak about that, man. And the Bible's true, man. The Bible is true. Isaiah 9:5. For every battle of warriors with confused noise, and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with fuel. This shall be with burning and fuel of fire. Nigga, that third war's war, yeah, the movie's coming. Defend the Ruins in theaters Friday. All hell's about to break loose. Hey, you got that movie War of the Planet of the Apes is coming out next week. Yeah. Smokey. Yeah. Nuclear missile, they gonna smoke, they gonna destroy. The spirit and power Yahweh Shem Yahushai. The prophecies are coming to pass, man. The scriptures is real. And it's coming to pass. We're in the last days, man. We're in the last days. That thing is brewing up over there. Smokey.